welcome back to my channel. My name is Lina and this is Library of Diamonds, and in today's video we have a post review of one of the most recent kit that I just finished, and that is Witchcraft Room. So let's get to it. As I said, this one is Witchcraft Room by MrsbutterD. This is like the snippet of the image. I am going to try to remember to put a full image right here on the screen so you're able to see it in all its glory, because it definitely doesn't fit in frame, of course. This one, I started it on September 10th and I finished it on October 7th. I thought I was going to go a bit quicker on this one, but I prioritized other kits, and also there was a big chunk of time in September where I didn't diamond paint it as long, and other days where I just couldn't diamond paint at all. So that's why it took me longer than I was expecting, but nonetheless it's something that I don't really mind. So yeah, this one was, oh, and this is a 22 inch by 30 inches or 55.8 centimeters by 75.9 centimeters. So for me, I would consider this like a medium sized one. I do bigger canvases like 70 by 100 and stuff. I haven't done many of those, but I'm not really afraid of bigger canvases. It's just that, I don't know, lately I've been doing more like like what I consider medium size. But it's because the images, like, how not to love this precious? How? Impossible. But yeah, this was my second finish of October and my 38th of 2024 and my 45th overall. I spent a total amount of time in this canvas of 30 hours and 58 minutes with a total of 68,320 drills in total, with 55 colors, and of those colors 2 were ABs and 3 were fairy dust. Now let's get into the image and what I thought about it. One of the things that I noticed right away is that it has a mixture between sort of confetti-ish and color blocking. It's not what I would think of pure confetti, like, you know, the ones that are computer rendered where it's just confetti madness more than heavy, it's madness. But here on top we can see a lot of areas with color blocking, and I actually finished on this top part. I started at the bottom, and here, like the majority of it, I would say, like from here, from this point up, it went so quickly. Like I would complete a section in like 30 to 40 minutes. Sizes that would usually take me an hour and a half, an hour and 30 minutes, somewhere along those lines, but because of all the color blocking, I finished them quite quicker. But then here at the bottom, these sections were taking me considerably a bit longer, because it's not necessarily confetti in my opinion, but like there are some details that they have a lot of like lines that are diagonal where you have to put just one drill, like boop 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 boop, and you cannot multiplace or any of that. So there's that. But even in these places, like here is more tedious because of that, but even then here's a lot of color blocking as well, which is how diamond art clubs are more whitey. So I started using them here at the bottom, and I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see, but I definitely can. But in here, especially here in this part, there are 2 types of that drill, like the glitter one combined. And I knew that this was a mistake, but I didn't learn from it until I got really ahead into the diamond painting. I think it's only in the mid part here in her hair where I decided to stop using the combination of drills and instead use exclusively the ones that I was meant to. And I don't really know why I did that, but I regret it. But again, that's entirely on me. And if there is one thing that I love the most about this kit, it doesn't have to do with like the particular details of the kit. It's just that I just confirmed and reaffirmed my love for MrsbutterD. I have another one of hers in my teeny tiny stash, and now I don't want to do it because I want it to last forever. And it's also because it's so fun, and it looks so fun, like the image and everything, that I don't want to start it right now. I want to maybe keep it for a few weeks or even a few months. But that's one of the things that I really discovered with this one, is just my undying love for MrsbutterD, especially in these pieces that are more like with autumny colors. Like I love and adore the pastel-y ones, but it gave me a new appreciation for the browns and the oranges, because last year, at the end of last year, at the beginning of this one, when I finished a Harry Potter one, like the poster of the first movie, the Harry Potter one, it was really, really heavy on browns and oranges. And I don't know, I think it's maybe because it was my very first very, very large kit. After that, I decided that those colors were not my favorite, but those colors are pretty much exclusive, mainly on this one, and I didn't hate them. And I just think it just, like, doing this canvas brought my like for those type of drills to my life again. So there's that. I also, with this kit, I participated in drills and chills for the event of this year, and this was my third finish for the event. The first one was Scorpio. The second one was, no, the first one was Ghost Cafe, then was Scorpio, and then was this one. And right now I'm currently working on my fourth whip for drills and chills, and that is Mavin, but I'm not even halfway, so you're not seeing a post review of it anytime soon. So now let's go over to the special drills and where they were placed. Okay, so before we go to our special drills, I just wanted to show you like the leftover drills that I had for the colors. There was not one time where I was afraid of running out of colors. You can see here, well, I don't know how well you can see it, but here there are plenty of colors left out of the ones that I have kitted up in my fabrics. And over here in this one, that was my other setup for drills. Again, there was not one single color that I was afraid of running out of. Like, this one's had a small amount, but still, when I got to the point of a certain, space in the diamond painting, I just was like, oh, I have a very small amount of drills. But at the same time, these drills are used very lightly, so I'm gonna place a few only, so I was never afraid of that. So there's leftover drills of every single color. I didn't run out of any of them. And regarding to trash drills, this last container is my trash drill container, and here you can see there's not many. I would say is about an eighth. It's like right here. I would say like an eighth of trash drills, and as you can see, most of them are darker colors, but that's to be expected with drills, at least in my experience and what I've seen across the community with friends. That's what I've seen. And now let's go to the special drills. So here we have 2 ABs, we have 1 fairy dust, and kitted up in the fabrics we've got these 2, I think, only. Yeah, these 2. So we have 2 ABs, 2 ABs and 3, oh gosh, 2 ABs and 3 fairy dust. Let's go first with the ABs. These ones, as you can see, there are very few in them, but it's only in details. For example, we have like a yellow orangey one and then a darker orange. The yellowy orange one was used mainly for kind of highlights, and we can see it like here in this. Is this a crystal ball? It is, right? So you can see this yellowish one here highlighting some places, and also, where was the other? Oh yeah, in the flames up here. Like in these flames, you can see a lot of this drill where that is. Next up, we have the orangey one, which was also used for mainly highlights. And what I can remember using this was mainly on this flame over here. And if I'm not mistaken, down below a little, let me check. Oh no, I was mistaken actually. it was not used here. So yeah, it was not placed in many areas, so because of that as well, I was never really afraid of running out of this drill in specific. Now, as for fairy dust, we have these 2. These 2 are yellowish in color. Let me open them so you can see how they're very similar, but at the same time a bit different. Like, you can see they're very similar, but this is more yellowy and this is more like creamy color. I don't know how to explain it, but I wouldn't know which is which, so I'm just gonna tell you where I see all fairy dust overall. Pretty much. Oh yes, no, I can. So the one that is more creamy colored and not yellowish but creamy, we can see it in some highlights here in these leaves, in the little in the corner. also, I think here is a great place where I can show you both. So here we have two different fairy dust, and at first glance it might seem that it's just one color, but no. The one at the bottom is the one that is more creamy, the bottom, like in the candle part, and in the flame part, this one over here, this yellowy, is the yellowish fairy dust. So even though they're very similar, they're definitely different, of course. And the last fairy dust is my mistake. I had a lot of leftovers of this because of course I didn't use these ones in the majority of the diamond painting, but it's just this white AB, and I'm gonna show it to you over here in her bangs where I think it's more visible. So all of her bangs, I don't know, the lighting just doesn't help it. All the white, basically all the white that you see in the canvas is that fairy dust, like in her bangs, here in the lanterns, in this place here, in the highlight area of the skull under here, in the highlighted areas of the witch book over here. So there, it is used widely, pretty much. And another thing that I really wanted to talk to you about was this. Whoops. They fell. My bad. I just piled them all together and I shouldn't have. This was my first time working with the fabrics. I have this set that has 10, the larger color in Galaxy Blue with a sparkly here. Oh, they're so pretty. Like, look at that. They're so pretty. But this was the first time that I worked on this one, and it was really nice because what I liked most about working on this one is that they were already kitted up and, you know, in a tray at the same time. So whenever I work on a section, sometimes if the colors are too spread it out, or if it's a bit more heavy on confetti than I normally like on large color blocky sections, sometimes I don't see a symbol and I have to go back into the I have to go back into my containers and pour it in a tray and then place them and then getting back in the containers, and it's just so annoying. I think it's the thing that I dislike the most, or pretty much one of the only things I dislike about diamond painting, and it's kind of my fault, but at the same time it's nice that there's out there a solution that doesn't depend on me. Like if I do that mistake, I remember that when I was doing the painting, if I saw that I had missed a drill, instead of getting like, oh gosh, I missed it, I would be like, ooh, it's in the fabrics, nice. So I was not as annoyed. Like I was not even as annoyed. I was not annoyed at all about having to go back and, you know, grab the tray to grab the drills pretty much. So that was something that I really liked and enjoyed. Of course, 10 of the large fabric boxes is nearly not enough at all to kit up pretty much any diamond painting. So but it was a really nice startup point to see how I would like them, how I would work with them, and decide on whether or not I would like to get more in the future, which for me is a yes. I think these ones would be really useful, especially for me in canvases that are more confetti heavy. I think that would be my choice of work. Like this would be my first choice when I work on a canvas that is really heavy on confetti specifically. So I'm really looking forward to maybe getting another set of these big ones and maybe a set of the small trays. You know, I'm gonna try to save up for them because it's something that I would really like to have in my collection. So yeah, there you go. Look at that. Look at how they look. They look just so pretty. So pretty. Yeah, guys. So with that, we conclude our pose review of this amazing and beautiful canvas, and I give you a little more insight and my afterthoughts of having worked with these trays for the entire diamond painting. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know down below if you're working on drills and shells, if you have worked with his trays in particular, or if you're thinking about it, or you know, anything else that you would like to let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a fantastic and wonderful rest of your day, and don't forget to keep on diamond painting. Bye bye.